I'm comfortable and confident in myself that I don't think no one could guard me, so.
Hey, I know what he means. I'm confident nobody could defend me in the Media Bowl, where I had 4 touchdowns receptions, at least until the second half.
Last words. Make sure your back's straight.
Okay.
Scary face.
Related to Tony Bennett at all, or am I just... Oh, you are?
It's the son.
Oh, really?
We're
I can
cousins.
see the resemblance.
And we're cousins.
This is exclusive interview right here, for the record. Let's put this puppy to bed in style. Hail to the fans, where you ask us your Redskins questions. As the gates have opened, and we are ready for some Virginia Tech football on 8 Sports. All squared away. I'm Chip Brierre, and we've got a busy night of 8 Sports to cover. We want you to be nice and comfortable for the next few minutes, because we start tonight at the Siegel Center, where fans have camped out since Wednesday to catch Dayton versus VCU. And the Flyers are back in Richmond for the first time in 2 years. They beat VCU last season at Dayton in overtime, 68-67, to grab a share of the Atlantic 10 title. So you know the Rams and the fans are hyped. The electricity in the stew was bonkers. Blackout in full effect. Over 4 minutes gone. Shot clock winding down. VCU misses. Malik Crowfield keeps it alive for Justin Tillman to feed the fro nose, and it's a tie game at 6. Later, 10 minutes in the half, pick and roll with Johnny Williams. He just keeps eating. Tied again at 16. Under 6 to play in the first half. Flyers on a run. Scoochie Smith on air traffic control. Kendall Pollard clear for takeoff. A 13-5 run for Dayton to take a 29-21 lead. The Rams counter to end the first half with a run of their own. Doug Brooks in the lane. 10-4 run, and VCU trails 33-31 going into the locker room. To the second half, tied at 37, 16:43 to play. Ahmed Hamdi gets the lead for the black and gold. And then under 6 to play, he hits it again. 12 points, 4 for 4 from the field, and a 3-point Rams lead. The fans at the Stew are ready to pop the lid off the Siegel Center. Mo says no to Scoochie Smith. Back down the court comes Johnny Williams, and here's Johnny. The lead is 5, largest of the game for VCU to that point, and the decibels are literally going through the roof. Justin Tillman, 18 points on 9 of 13 shooting. Ahmed Hamdi, 12 points, perfect from the floor. Rams claim their spot at the top of the Atlantic 10, 73-68 over Dayton, now tied with the Flyers and the Spiders for first.
You're watching the 8 Sports Slam Dunk.
We thought we weren't going to be dunking tonight. We're like the mailman. Through rain, snow, or huge VCU basketball games, we're going to bring you high school basketball where you live. Mitch is off tonight, so it's just yours truly with a suit, a tablet, a camera, and our loving viewers. Let's tip off. Big one in the East End between the Verona Blue Devils and the Armstrong Wildcats. 2 minutes into the first quarter, Kenneth Sutherland, 2 hands for safety, you know. We're tied at 4. Back down the floor for Armstrong. Marcellus Avery, hop step in a bucket to take a 6-4 lead. But Sutherland answers right back. Anything you can do, I can do just a bit better. Tumbles to the court as the layup falls through, tied back up at 6. Eventually, the Blue Devils would get some separation. Zion Ross airballs to 3, but Kennard Richardson, who made the pass, gets the rebound and hustles for the and one. 10-6 for Verona. They beat Armstrong 56-48. Back to the Arthur Ashe Athletic Center for Thomas Jefferson versus John Marshall, Chapter 2. Justices topped the Vikings 73-66 at the start of 2017. Isaiah Anderson was a man possessed for John Marshall, scored 10 of the Justices' first 12 points. Later, Justice Thomas Jefferson thinks it has a lift of momentum. Oh, that's nasty, Greg Jones. Hosting the block party at the Ashe Center, it's 15-5 Marshall, 7 seconds till the quarter break. Isaiah Todd, DeMar McCray, holla at your boy. John Marshall has no problems with the Thomas Jefferson Vikings, 68-48. In the Virginia Prep League, the Trinity Titans are running away from the rest of the pack. The closest to touching them, St. Anne's Belfield and Collegiate. Connect the dots, they faced off in the West End tonight. Out of the starting gate, Collegiate's Ayinde Bud in transition. And I ain't your bud, yeah? Plus a trip to the charity stripe. Saints answer back quickly, though. So you get a look at the fans. Yes, they're celebrating there. One of them was wearing a Rocky bodysuit. It was kind of weird. Nick Kent, little air under it in the lane. It's a 6-2 game favoring Collegiate. Almost to the halfway point of the opening quarter, Jack White with a little Cougar power on the block. Back-to-back possessions, making cash under duress. He and Bud combined for 9 points on Collegiate's opening 11-2 run. But Stab rallies back to win in this one, 59-54. A lot of action, busy night for basketball.
Oh, yeah.
Get some rest now.
I'll try.
8 Sports anchor Chip Brierre followed this story when it began back in October, and he tells us tonight what the sticker represents for those young players. Chip, take it away.
Thanks, Juan. Tonight, players are honoring the late Angela Johnson, mother of senior wide receiver Chris Thaxton. She died over the weekend after 5 months of battling stage 4 bladder cancer. Angela Johnson has always watched Highland Springs football, leading the Springers Boosters, while supporting Metro League football in the community.
And with me every step of the way, Glen League Little League. Then we started Eastern Tigers.
In July, she was diagnosed with stage 4 bladder cancer, and in the face of uncertainty, did what she did best: support local football.
She was just always wanting to be involved. She had the most spirit. If she's determined to do something for us, like for the team, she's gonna do it.
Her son, Chris Thaxton, models himself after his mother, who many called Angie. So on senior night, back on November 4th, Angie made her first game since September.
She was like, I made Chris a promise. I'm going, and we walk with him together. And she stood out there maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and then she just whispered to me, was like, I have to get back to the car.
It meant the most to me. Like, as long as my mother was there, she's always been my biggest support. She could be my support crowd by herself.
He supported her by wearing purple with the slogan, Angie Strong.
No matter what was going on, she always told me to just be strong. Be you, don't change who you are.
The team and the community have all joined in the fight.
We all took lead from Chris. That's the Highland Springs community overall. That's why I enjoy coaching here. That's why I enjoy teaching at the school.
On November 12th, cancer took Angie at the age of 45. Chris Thaxton and the Springers want to win the 5A state title for their loved one who left too soon.
I said, Mama, we gonna win another state championship. I'm gonna bring you another necklace. And that's still my goal, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Tonight, the Springers host Douglas Freeman. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. Chris is ready for a big night for his biggest fan, who now has the best seat in the house. We will have highlights of the playoff game tonight on 8 Sports Blitz starting at 11:15 p.m. For 8 Sports, I'm Chip Brierre.
VCU fans are lining up outside the Siegel Center for tomorrow night's big game against the Dayton Flyers. The winner will claim an inside track for the A-10 title. 8 Sports anchor Chip Brierre went downtown.
Each season, the Rowdy Rams assemble at the Stew for the biggest game on the calendar.
It's so special for us. It just gives us an extra opportunity to show how much we support the players and especially Coach Wade.
This year, it's VCU's sold-out game against the Dayton Flyers.
What is a Dayton Flyer?
Tents, sleeping bags, as well as black and gold attire are all that is required.
The first tents came out here Wednesday night about 8 p.m. Last night was actually really nice. It was only about 55, 60 degrees.
Forming a small community where students balance schoolwork.
A lot of us are buddying up and having 3 to 4 people in here. So tomorrow I'm taking over for my teammates and he's going to class.
Things like this, you kind of put it up almost above classwork.
With school spirit, decoration contests, and the occasional video game. This is not what Coach K taught you. This is not going well.
This is going very well.
No, I don't know about that. Even head coach Will Wade and his players provide support with food and enthusiasm.
I'd have been one of those that had a friend go stay in the tent and then come hook up with them in the morning. We just wanted to come out and let them know we're thinking of them.
Stu's going to be rocking. It's always rocking, but it's definitely going to be next level tomorrow. We're going to be the 6th man for sure.
Last year, VCU lost to the Flyers in Dayton in overtime, 68-67, for a share of the Atlantic 10 regular season title. This Friday night, the Rowdy Rams seek revenge and a chance to take the lead for sole possession of this year's crown. Chip Brierre, 8 Sports. Tony Bennett began his coaching career at Wisconsin as an assistant head coach. He then moved to Washington State and would become the head coach. Now he's leading the Cavaliers to their back-to-back NCAA tournament appearances. But could you believe he once played professional basketball? And guess where? Here in Queen City. He played from 1992 to 1995 as a part of the new Charlotte Hornets organization. It's 3 years he cherishes dearly.
I have such fond memories of those 3 years when we got to the playoffs and I was Alonzo hitting that shot against the Celtics. It's a great memory for me.
The experience playing with legends Muggsy Bogues, Alonzo Mourning, and Del Curry has been a great teaching point for Bennett.
I learned so much from those guys, from that time, that I share a lot with our players. When I talk about Muggsy's heart and Dell's ability to lock in and get in the zone and just use those experiences through Alonzo's competitiveness, I can go down the list.
But like we said at the beginning of this story, it's hard to picture this man doing this in the NBA.
I tell my kids or other people, yeah, I used to play for the Charlotte Hornets. They're like, they're not in the NBA. You never played in the NBA. So I had now at least I got some validation that it was a team in the NBA when I was playing.
It's been 2 decades of time and space between Time Warner Cable Arena and Tony Bennett. Somehow, destiny has pitted these two together one more time. And if he can create the Buzz City magic once again, the Cavaliers should be able to defeat the Bruins and advance to the round of 32 while not looking back. We'll be right back with more 8 Sports Blitz. Good work.
Are you kidding me? That's not good enough. Line up and do it again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay.